pays with his life. And this, yeah, he can't do this. Yeah, okay, he tucks and runs. CZM, on the other hand, is right back in the driver's seat. Honestly, a mistake by Fiend, I think, trying to be too aggressive without rockets. I really feel like if you're going to try to take a game at Mega, you know, if you're going to try to really press in and take that item, you have to have rockets. You got to be able to, you know, take that fight.
Yeah, even right here with was 8350, but now that rail is shut Fiend down. And even here, does he really want to show up? One rail could take him out. He says, maybe I can still get red. Maybe I can. And holy shit, he can! Oh!
Yeah, yeah.
And that actually changes up the timing so that red... Yeah, red is going to be coming up about 5 seconds before Mega here. Fiend, if he picks up a few health pickups and plays this right, he could be in a good position for this.
Yeah. But, you know, again, I think CZM, though, even though we did see that nice little thief move there, will it matter right here? This is where it matters. CZM eats one rail, eats two, but it's just before the red armor pickup, so CZM is able to basically recover with that RA steal. And at this point, at a 140-140, I think we're seeing the score finally run away. Fiend unable to get the damage done, and that was a huge plus forward moment. TGM just came online, and he will probably be shitting a brick. I'm assuming he's got CZM on his friends list. In 5, 4, 3. There. Let me go type something funny to TGM.
And I gotta laugh at IRC. Jones is just like shitting a brick right now. He's like, it's either CZM he hits a great rail or misses everything and dies. Poor Jones, he's freaking out so much. But just about 2.5 minutes left here. CZM back at full stack, and yeah, Fiend is having some nice plus forward moments. They're just not coming at the right time. Like you mentioned earlier, not having a rocket launcher, fresh bomb with plasma. Doesn't really need to be at those specific moments. And again, timing for the items, where you time those aggressive pushes, it has to be frameworked around that. I mean, there are the lucky red armor grabs and mega grabs, and even that one red armor grab with what, 44 health or less? Yeah, there needs to be more of that from Fiend right now, but it's a little bit too late at this point, I'm afraid.
You don't see it that often, but you know, CZM is actually kind of keeping track of some of the weapons. He kind of got an idea of what weapon he has, how he should attack them, and he's not really denying all the weapons, but he's definitely positioning himself so that, like you said on that Mega, he had rockets, Fiend didn't, so he might have had less health, but he's able to position himself to use those weapons, and that's a little bit more advanced than you see with some players, you know, but you know, he's still not playing amazing, but 8-2, I think he's doing a really good job on this map here.
Well, of course, the important thing is that we're going to go on to DM13 in just over a minute. And what a treat it is to be able to see these two old schoolers play on basically old school maps. You know, none of that T7, T9 shit. So.
What is T9?
Yeah, exactly. Is that whatever the other one is that is not Furious Heights?
Yeah, it's funny. You could Google CZM demos and try to find the last game. I mean, this is actually pretty cool to see. And yeah.
Of course, the one that everyone talks about is, of course, when Coolers spanked the crap out of CZM on Aerowalk. It was a thrashing to end all thrashings, but it's still one of the most watched. You know, Quake moments. I almost said Quake live moments, but it's Quake 3. But, you know, here, I have to say, you know, Rail will not be in either of these players' hands on DM13, and they've both wanted to use it quite a bit on every single map that we've seen them play so far. So, you know, rocket-wise, I don't know. I mean, Fiend had some decent rockets on Aerowalk. Kind of dropped off a little bit on Blood Run. So we'll have to see. It's going to come down to the LG.
Well, how do you think?
Yeah.
How do you think a CZM would match up against Cooler today? I mean, we got to see Cooler on some of these same maps,
would remain quite the destructive force, I think.
I
like CZM to me.
You know,
it's like you know, he's kind of like Rocky in whatever Rocky it was when he was really out of shape at the start. You know, like you know that there's like he hits amazing rails right now, but you can tell that like his game isn't complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think if he puts the time in, like for New York, he could place well, and I think this is a qualifier, so I would assume he's going to go to that IEM event or whatever events follow up. But yeah, I think if he needs that time, he needs that practice, and with all this stuff going on in his life, you know, you don't know if he has that time, but so it's possible that he could go all the way in that tournament. But like I said, it would take a lot of effort.
So, Lost World, I think, is a very fitting tiebreaker for these two. Of course, there have been a few changes since last CZM probably played this map. I'm sure he's practiced it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have seen a couple of changes, most notably on the lightning gun side of the map. There's some changes with the health placement and whatnot. And, but you know, all the major stuff is the way it always has been, I guess.
Actually, I want to say, this map not having a rail, you're not going to be seeing the free pot shots taking away 80 health, 80 health from these guys anymore. It's true there's going to be a lot of LG, it's going to be a very kind of spam-heavy map, but the stack is going to be all that much more vital right now. So, just like Greased often kind of likes to pick on with DM13, decisions are going to be everything, and it's kind of difficult to say who had the upper hand decision-wise in both of those maps, but here we go live right now. CZM versus Fiend in the tiebreaker on DM13 Lost World. ESL Cup 4.
Held to the end. CZM getting a shotgun spawn, dropping it on Mega. And he's going to peek out and see what he can do about... Uh-oh, red armor's gone. That should tip him off as to Fiend spawn and what he went to go get. Kind of an aggressive move there. I was expecting double back for some shards. CZM's just gonna go for a rocket launcher. He wants to get that center map. Back, hopping over to Fiend though, ducking in for the lightning gun. Now here's the critical thing: without a rocket launcher, Fiend needs to be careful about the fights that he chooses, because CZM is poised for some good times. He's here for Mega.
He actually dropped down to get that grenade launcher. I mean, I think he knew Ari wasn't there, but he seems like he's really utilizing the grenade launcher, and a lot of players kind of pass up on that because it's in a disadvantageous place to grab.
Sort of, but when you have it, it can actually be really handy, especially when you're trying to, say, cover Mega or something like that. It can be a godsend. One of the players that I started to really notice would pick this up almost every single chance he got would be Cypher. And now I guess we saw Cooler do this also at QuakeCon, and even Too Good remarked about it. You know, right off spawn, going to get that grenade launcher. So, CZM, scoreless, but has Mega and 70 armor dropping in on red. This is a mistake by Fiend to not be here to try to at least do a little bit of damage. He has worked with the yellows, though, to get about 140 armor.
And with that in mind, it's all going to come down to the damage dealt before the next round. And uh-oh. Does Fiend not have timing on red? This is going to cut him out of a lot of timing. And even though there's nothing up on the board that CZM is going to be getting for free during this time, Fiend is stuck with his hand in the cookie jar. CZM RJing back up. It's not going to quite work out for him. There's a 50 health pickup, but Fiend picks up first frag with 5 health.
It's Mega health is
spawned back up, and he's seriously just master choke there. But Fiend, oh wow, that was given to him on a silver platter, and he would have been a damn fool not to take advantage of it. Very, I don't want to say nice play, but it worked out nicely for him, and Fiend is not willing to look a gift horse in the mouth. Stacking back up on yellows. This is his time to get back in for the red. Not right now. God damn it.
Yeah, but like you said, his timing's a little off, so he could have used that to catapult him, but CZM is doing a great job of just jumping back in.
Now see here, that's where the grenade launcher would be handy. Sorry. Yeah, but that's a perfect example. 1-on-1. Again, though, you know, I think Fiend, we've seen his timing be a little bit off. His aim is really what's saving him. Here, he's not going to win this at all. Even if CZM wasn't able to dodge out to the the side of the wall there to block a lot of that LG, he still would have won that fight. Mega up. Free Mega.
And Cesium will be getting it, yeah, without paying anything for it.
And
here comes Fiend.
no RL.
Does he actually have a rocket launcher right now? No, he doesn't. Yeah, Fiend is looking for that for free, but it's going to be harder to get than a red armor at this point. Weaponless. Sure, he's got an LG, but he's really got to tiptoe around it right now.
Yeah, and CZM at this
CZM
point
has mid control. Yeah.
Exactly. The position is just so ridiculously strong in CZM's favor. That being said, we've seen Fiend basically say, take your position, take your extra weapon, and shove it up your ass, because I'm coming in here just plus forward, and I'm going to frag you. You know, like, my first rocket's going to pop you up, and everything else is going to be damage done. So, you know, CZM needs to be really wary of Fiend's ability to outburst damage in this incredibly insane way. Nice timing to grab this red. Very minimal damage done. He'll get away pretty cleanly there. Mega in about 10. I'm going to go watch Fiend, see what he's working with. He's got the yellows. But now, can he lock CZM out of this room? This is the big question. Mega taken.
He's
and
tossing out a lot of spam,
Bye-bye.
but he's not all that keyed in to where CZM is. And without that kind of anticipation, without that kind of reading of his opponent, that yellow armor grab is going to turn into a grave for Fiend. So almost through the halfway point, 3-on-1. CZM enjoying a very hearty stack right now. And again, Fiend, just like a clock, is going to be rushing in for that rocket launcher. But his LG manages to push CZM out of the fight a little bit, but CZM still got positioning here for Mega
should
health.
still be, you know, pretty free. CZM actually doing a bit of damage. Nice drop in, stealing the red, and he's got to watch out for splash damage here. He's put himself in a really bad situation, but Fiend isn't much better off. Yeah, he just got the 50, so he's up to 100 health, and that's it. CZM just, he might even just wait.
Yeah.
It's like, I got nothing better to do. Shit. Yeah. Now, Fiend. What is he going to go get? He gets a yellow. Red is up. He's going to finally get... Oh my god! He finally gets Mega. Barely.
That was
Still
a
does
smart
not pick
play,
up red.
I think. I don't know about
This
the
is going to
follow-up, but I
potentially
think-
leave enough time for CZM to grab rocket launcher while he's ducking over for red. So even with this red armor, he's not going to have a lot of tactical assurance for this next fight. I mean, Mega and red are going to be coming up at the same time. If Fiend, honestly, by the look of it, doesn't have timing here, this is a problem.
CZM
He's still looking
doesn't
for
have
it.
RL,
He's still
though.
looking for it.
Yeah. Well, the way things worked out for Fiend and the timing of that frag is actually really beautiful for him. He was able to get everything on the map. He's going to be able to get everything on the map one more time. CZM still has yet to pick up an RL. He has doubled back enough to get both yellows. He crossed the map pretty evenly, but he needs weapons badly. And
I think Fiend
Tiger.
assumed he grabbed red armor at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, so
Which
this
CZM
is
is being
Fiend
really
is not
patient.
timing. Period. And oh, look at the CZM is expecting him to time and is expecting to catch Fiend down there below,
Yeah.
and that actually delays his rush for red enough to where Fiend can actually pull that frag together, taking a one frag advantage here. And yeah, that's really like a side situation. It's like CZM really was playing it smarter. He just didn't know that Fiend was behind him. Sucks to be
Yeah,
you.
well, and it's almost like, and you got to say, obviously, Fiend did not plan that, but it almost worked out as if he did. I mean, it couldn't have worked better for Fiend's advantage. And of course, these follow-up frags, CZM is really in a bad way. He'll die here. Oh, unless Fiend is going to shoot the wall. There we go. 6-3, and I think
Yeah.
the throne that CZM enjoys so much, given his experience, is about to be vacated.
Well, if you think about the times that CZM died, it's pretty much all around the red armor. And I understand like him putting an emphasis on it, but he did drop in quite a few times, and either Fiend got lucky, but it was like 3 or 4 times. So it didn't.
Bounce.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that red armor was really dangerous for CZM, and I understand him wanting to deny it, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, walk
Fiend
over
almost
that
giving
walkway
away
one
a
more time,
frag here.
Fiend.